Alright lads, I'm in Kilkenny. There's no two ways about it. It's absolutely disgustingly hot. It's fucking boiling, it's roasting. I'm absolutely melting. I got here about 5 minutes ago and I'm sweating already. But the show must go on. Pints must be drank. Got a good list of spots. There was a place called the Schelp I was going to go, but I've looked it up. It's absolutely miles away. I want to go to where, if you're coming on a staycation to Kilkenny, I want to show you where to go. So you're not going to be going walking 20 minutes, 30 minutes out of town. So unfortunately the Schelp, even though it's a great name because I want a Schelp of pints, has lost out. I think I'm going to walk a little bit down to Christie, start there, work my way back up. You've got Lanigan's, Matt the Miller's, Left Bank, a few iconic Kilkenny pubs. I've been to all of them before, great spots, but will the outdoor dining be as good? We'll see. What a no better day to be doing it. It'd be different if I kind of came and it was pissing rain and outdoor dining be shy. Should be good. Let's see what it's all about. Dude. Right lads, I've made the fucking trek up to Christie's bar. First pint of the day, let's just pray it's a decent one. Interesting. Right, I got in, got down on my knees and begged. Some size of spot. It says on the sign we're full, but there's a heap of space in here. They must have a lot of bookings or something. I don't know why that sign says they're full. The place is massive, serious spot. I don't know, just show you quickly. Massive big beer garden. But this is the thing about the beer gardens, everyone's so spaced apart that like I'm sitting here miles away from anyone and like, obviously I said in the videos before, I like to get a bit of crack going in the videos, so I don't know how much crack I'm going to have in these outdoor spots, but we'll see. Thanks a million.
I'm afraid you won't only have one of them.
Huh? Oh, stop. I fucking have about 6 other places to go to. Can I pay for it now? Sound. Oh, baby. Barman said, I'm afraid you won't be able to only have one of them. By Jesus, he could be right. Fucking thank Jesus for that. A long wait. It looks lethal. All glass. Oh, look at the condensation. Creamy head. Be good. Here we go. First pint in Kilkenny. Dear Jesus. Yeah, it's got such an advantage because it's my first one and I'm sweating my tits off and I'm in the shade and it's freezing cold. The pint, not me. Oh, jeez, give me a second. Yeah, so one of those situations where barman knew nothing about what I was doing, which is totally expected. I'm just like, yeah, whatever, charge me for the pint, again, expected. So yeah, it's kind of like, I don't know if you put any special effort into this pint, but it's absolutely cracking, so that's kind of what you want. You want to get what everyone else is getting, so yeah, you're trying to get that line between special treatment and just getting what the standard person's going to get. Oh, that's good shit. People always say, do the scores must get better as you get more, like if you have a few more because you get a bit tipsy or whatever, but I nearly find the opposite, like especially on a hot day, like with Guinness, after like your 5th or 6th, you're a bit like, oh jeez, another pint. But the first one, oh mamacita. Stick game, on point.
Well, like, a few drinks to me and said, all ye meat lads, and I'd said meat, and I got to ye lads, and he hit me a fucking thump, on the ground.
Right, about 4 hours later after talking to the guy running the place. Fucking brighten up camera. Yeah, right, pint was very good. I was about to give my score, and then your man came over. Again, nothing about the guru, no one seems to care in here, which again, absolutely no problem with that. I go in fully expecting no one to know a single thing and not to give a shit, because that's the norm. Pint was class. It's going to seem like a high score, but I can't give that any less than an 8.4 out of 10, lads. Absolute belter of a first pint. I'm very tempted to sit here and have another one, but the show must go on. I think I literally have 5 or 6 more pubs to go to. I can't be having 2 pints in every pub. So yeah, great start. Christie's 8.4. That's like the highest point I gave in all of the north was an 8.4. So hopefully the standard of Kilkenny is just going to go up and up. Right, lads, just out of Christie's. So I asked, you saw the sign going in was like, it was totally blocked, and it was like, no, we're full, don't come in, we're booked. Like literally, it's where the place was packed, and I said, fuck it, I'll chance my arm. So I walked in, and kind of as expected, there was loads of tables, but basically, like your man was saying, that they just kind of, oh, a bit of shade there, that's fucking lovely. Oh, Jesus. Oh, I'm dying here. I'm absolutely dying. So basically he was saying, like, we like people coming in, but we are very much a local spot, and we don't want, like he said, oh, we had a group of lads in here a few weeks ago, and there was just madness, and like, I asked them, I said when they came in they needed to be gone by this time, and they were just mental. And so yeah, it's kind of tough for a place like that where you're a little bit out of the town. People obviously come there as locals because they know all the town spots will be packed with like fucking idiots like me and people coming from other places. So moral of the story is, it's an absolutely cracking pint, but maybe just ring ahead if you're going with a group of lads or something and not going wrecking their heads. But anyway, we march on into the town. That was a good little starter. Warm welcome from the staff in Christie's. We march on now. I think Lanigan's is first. There's about 5 pubs in the space of about 100 metres, which is exactly what we want. No more walking. Fuck that. Steps are done for the day. Right, lads, Left Bank, a very iconic Kilkenny pub. I've been here many a time. I say many, probably like twice. Serious spot. I can't see any seating outside. Maybe it's in the back. I'm totally going in blind. Probably full, but they might have room for one absolute giant of a pint man for 1 pint, let's say. I think I've just walked by it. There's this place called beside it called Louis' Backyard. That's probably it. I'm going to walk around the corner because inside is closed. Yeah, that must be it. Right, like you saw, lads, I got a seat right here at the front. It could not be hotter. I wish I was in the shade. The sun is fucking killer. Holy shit. It's hard to be entertaining when you're 1,000 degree sun beating on your back. We plough on. Absolute warrior. I feel like I'm on the pitch, but I'm injured. I should be subbed off, but it's the final, and I don't want to get subbed off. They're calling me to the sideline, and I'm saying no, I'll keep going for now. Holy mother of Jesus. Looks nice inside anyway, not that I've even been in there. The place I'm sitting is about 1 foot from the entrance, so hopefully a good Guinness in the absolute baking sun. I am struggling, lads. I am struggling, but we keep going. So I'll be honest, I thought for a sec that he forgot about my pint, and it wasn't fucking long from getting up and walking because the absolute heat. Then my man came in clutch with the free pint, like a 3-pointer at the end of the fucking NBA finals. LeBron James, Cleveland Cavaliers 2016, if you know, you know. Came in clutch, drops the pint in front of me, says, then I whip out the phone to pay. He says, you're alright, pal. Save the day. Look, like I always say, I'm willing to pay. But when they're on the house, it's grand as well. Looks dirty. Right, let's try the pint before it literally curdles in the sun. I mean, these pints are just unreal because I'm so fucking hot. And you know what, lads, Guinness in the sun isn't bad. It's cold, that's all I care about. I'm definitely not on top form with these reviews. I am absolutely scalded doing this one. I'm dying. I have my sun cream on, don't worry, man. But I am struggling. Yeah, decent, not as good as Christie's. Solid pint all the same, slightly lacking a little bit of cream, a bit of thickness, which not really what you want. You love a good watery pint of Guinness on a summer's day. No matter if it's you're by a fire or you're in the sun, it has to be thick and creamy and cold. It is cold. Oh yeah. Decent gear. I'm gonna go. I can't quite give it an 8. I'm gonna give it a 7.9. A very decent pint. A 7.9 in the grand scheme of things is very solid. Left bank, absolutely. When everything's reopened, lads, you gotta come to this place inside. Absolute spot and a half. Right, let the suffering continue. Right, lads, gotta pay the bills, gotta keep the lights on here at Guru HQ. The sponsor of today's video is none other than my good pals over at Manscaped. They have the right tools for your family jewels, aka your genitalia. And if you want to shave your genitalia, Manscaped is the only way to go. It'll leave you with a clean, smooth surface so that whoever is going down there has a clean, smooth ride. God help them. Use the code PINTS20 over at manscaped.com to get 20% off everything. You can get the ultimate package. You can get the lawnmower, you get the weed whacker, the crop preserver, ball deodorant, the works. Get 20% off everything on the website plus free shipping using the code PINTS20. Now back to you in the blistering sunshine, Dara, you poor bastard. I'm here in the coolness with the fan on at Guru HQ. Back to you on the streets of Kilkenny, sweating your swampy jocks off for the love of the pints. Right, lads, I'm taking 2 minutes. Today is all about tactics. Oh, by the way, I'm standing outside the field. There's actually a great little pub in Kilkenny. Unfortunately closed now. I presume it doesn't have outdoor dining, but if whenever the fuckers open up inside, make sure you go down to the field. I've been in there a few times. Great little pub. Field, and yeah, like I don't know if I said it on the story or on this, Puck Fodder I don't think is doing outside dining either, but a great yeah, just a great pub. Yeah, I think I did say it on this that I was there for fucking New Year's Eve, or yeah, Puck Fodder in the field, 2 good spots. I'm rambling now. I'm just trying to stay in the shade for as long as I can because the heat is just unbearable. Right, lads, so I'm at Lanigan's. Shout out to a fella called Vinny Moore on Instagram, Navan Wanker, but sound man. He basically told me Lanigan's was a great pint of Kilkenny. If they're open, go in and have a pint of Kilkenny. I wanted to have a pint of Kilkenny since I tried the cans about fucking well over a year ago on lockdown. I literally haven't had a pint of Kilkenny my entire life. So Kilkenny Guru, I'm taking my Guinness hat off, Jesus Christ. Kilkenny Guru, please have a pint of Kilkenny for me. Serious outside of a spot as well. That's the story here now.
Now, is it just for drink, is it, or?
Just drink, yeah. Do you do Kilkenny on tap?
No, we don't.
Did you used to?
We used to.
Bollocks. And just people weren't drinking it?
Yeah, it's mostly tourists. Mostly tourists that were drinking it, you know?
Yeah, that's a shame. But I'll have a Guinness, that's right.
Yeah, no problem.
Sound. Fucking load of bollocks. People from Kilkenny, why aren't you just drinking this stuff? I presume you've heard that. Not serving Kilkenny anymore because people aren't drinking it. It's only tourists are drinking it. Tourists like me. But they don't have it. It's going to be another God knows how long till I get my hands on a pint of Kilkenny. If you can't get it in Kilkenny, I don't know where you're going to get it. And it's so nice as well. That's mental. Lads from Kilkenny, what is that? Right, Lanigan's, Guinness. I'm absolutely defeated.
Yeah, just let us score there before I came in.
Again, the saving grace. At least it's cold. Honest to God, I'll turn around into the bit of sun. Jeez, I don't know how worth this fucking thing. There we go. What's a man got to do to get a pint of Kilkenny in Kilkenny? Huh? That's like going to Beamish and not being able to get a pint. Oh my God, what am I saying? I can't even take that out. That's like going to Cork and not being able to get a pint of Beamish or Murphy's. You go to Kilkenny, you can't get a pint of Kilkenny. I'll have to find one somewhere. I'm not fucking leaving Kilkenny. Well, I probably will until I get a pint of Kilkenny. I didn't even come here for the Guinness. Grand pint. I'll be honest, I probably left it I was probably sulking in my misery and not getting a Kilkenny. I probably left it too long, but it's a solid pint. I'd say very similar to left bank. Left bank was probably a tiny bit nicer, but I'm in the shade drinking this one. There's so much that comes into it. But I'm gonna go 7.8 out of 10. Decent pint. Still haven't had a bad one yet in Kilkenny. But yeah, I'm looking for a pint of Kilkenny. Right, so the heat is calming down a little bit. It's like 5 o'clock now. It's still boiling, but it's not as bad as it was at 3 o'clock. I've got a very clear run now over the bridge. Matt the Miller's. Bosh. Oh, they must have jumped in. Matt the Miller's. The front room, which was highly requested, and Brogan's yard, which apparently is owned by Brogan, seems to have his finger in a lot of, I'm going to say young ones, pies. So also Kilkenny update, actual, not the town of Kilkenny, the Pint of Kilkenny. The guy in Lanigan's was like, oh, I know 2 places that could have it. Kettler's or something. He rang the fella working there. We don't have it since 2020. Tourists aren't coming. Locals don't want it. Matt the Miller's is my last hope, and I'm not hopeful of getting a pint of Kilkenny in Kilkenny. Who would have thunk it? You can't get a pint of Kilkenny in Kilkenny. That's just bonkers to me when it's such nice stuff. And even the guy in Lanigan's, the barman, was like, it's a lovely pint. Right lads, Matt the Miller's, iconic on the corner, right on the river. Do I see, I'm still not getting my hopes up, but a Kilkenny banner outside. You can't not sell Kilkenny. Move car, will you? If you've got a Kilkenny fucking yoke outside your gaff. If you don't sell Kilkenny, that is bonkers. Like, they must have it. It just gets worse, lads. I said coming in, I was going in blind. I didn't know what this was Kilkenny outdoor dining shite was going to be like. It's proven to be fairly shite in terms of these videos. You're watching this going, is that good going to happen here or what? It's like getting a skilling, but thankfully we had Charlie's to save the day. I've been told now, hold on, I'll explain first. So basically I was told no room at the inn. Matt the Miller's, they do upstairs, it's only upstairs. Family of 5, I was very unfortunate. Family of 5 went in right before me, brought them in, no hassle. The guru rocks up. They have table for 1 person for 10 minutes, even 5 minutes. No can do. And I said, can I sit out the front? There was free seats out the front. Sorry, we can only serve tea and coffee out the front. Again, look, I know whoever the person was, it's not their fault, but geez, let a man in for 5 minutes, have a pint. But anyway, humbled, absolutely humbled again. This is gas crack. But anyway, I'm gonna go to the front room, who I was in contact, I know for a fact I'll get in there, but I don't want to be hilarious. I was in contact with them on Instagram. They said look for Nigel, I think, and Brogan's yard is meant to be this big massive beer garden. So we'll see what happens there. But yeah, lads, what can I do if there's no interaction? Like, I'm only as entertaining as I am. I'm not some comedian who can just bang out one-liners and just do these videos by myself. I need interaction, and I just feel like doing the videos in outdoor dining, you're just not going to get that interaction, but we will see. 4 down, 2 to go. Let's just hope these 2 are the best 2. Oh, and they don't serve Kilkenny and Matt the Miller's, so you can officially not get a single pint of Kilkenny. I think they said they stopped making it, like they stopped producing it for draft. So stick to the cans, lads. Right lads, ego restored, thank God. I was outside Matt the Miller. If you follow me on Instagram, you would have seen it. I was outside Matt the Miller, I was doing a story. Young lad came up. He couldn't have been more than 15, 16. Hurley in hand. No, what else would you expect in Kilkenny? You that fella just does the Guinness. I sure am, lad. Ask for a picture. Ego has been reinflated. Let's go. Ah, hilarious. This has been a weird old fucking... Oh, the front room right there. Right, it says full. Interesting to see does big Nigel sort me out, or is he going to fall by the wayside? It all rests on you, Nigel. Where the fuck is it?
How you doing?
How are you? Is there a Nigel around?
That's me.
The Guinness guru.
Oh yes, yeah. Bear with me there 2
No,
seconds.
that's fine, absolutely fine.
As you say, room temperature or fridge, glass.
What do you mean?
We keep glass in the fridge or on the shelf.
What do you think I want to bottle us out?
No, the glass. Do you want it from the shelf or do you want it from the fridge?
You give me your best pint of Guinness. Alright?
No, I offer that to everyone.
I've never been asked that before. Coming in clutch again. Yeah, sorry, it's quite loud. Absolutely unbelievable beer garden here. Everyone, because I was getting messages saying, go to the back room of the front room. I was like, I'm sure I don't know these places. I don't know what people are on about. But it is. The bar is called the front room, but they've set up this big massive beer garden at the back called the back room. It's a fucking serious spot. All purple and pink. It's a bit mad looking, but it's cool. But you heard there, Nigel goes to me, do you want a glass off the shelf? Well, all I heard was, do you want it off the shelf or off the fridge? With the gas. I was like, what is he on about? I know our lads used to drink pints or bottles of stout off the shelf. I was like, well, I don't want this fucking bottle of stout. He goes, no, do you want your glass out of the fridge or off the shelf? I said, Nigel, pal, just give me your best pint of Guinness. Simple as. I don't know, do I want it out? I've never been asked that before. Do I want it out of the shelf or the fucking fridge? Just give me a good pint of Guinness. I'm fucking baiting heat here. Well, thankfully Nigel was here. I reckon if he wasn't, because the place said full, I reckon if he wasn't here, it would have been a, yeah, piss off, Matt the Miller's job. But anyway, we won't be bitter. Get bitter. Don't get bitter, get better. That's what they say. Right, pint incoming. I'll be honest, lads, I'm getting a few looks, unless it's just my ego telling me that I am. Few that, now don't get, girls will never look at me because it's they don't know fucking Guinness guru, but I'm getting a few young lads around, kind of that 28, 30-year-old, having a stare, having a gawk. That's what I'm telling myself anyway. But yeah, I'm just writing on at this stage. Kilkenny has been an absolute, just a disaster stage we coming to do outdoor dining, let's be honest. The absolute heat. We play on, second last pub, and hopefully Brogan or Brogan sort me out now up in Brogan's backyard. Well, did you go fridge or shelf?
Just went regular.
Regular.
We're looking at the fucking the hat.
Right.
Play rugby with Ashburn?
Yeah. Well, no, not anymore. But we had many a battle with Kilkenny. Did you play?
Yeah, I did.
Probably played against you. He went for a regular pint. Looks fucking creamy, to be fair. Glass doesn't look the best, I will say that, but it looks good. Again, once it's cold, I don't give a bleeding bollocks because it's such a hot day. I'm absolutely sweating. It's an absolute write-off of a day in terms of weather. Trying to be funny, trying to be entertaining. I'm just trying to get through this day because the fucking heat. This is like the left bank, lads. It's just so hot. It's just hard to even think, like, is this pint good or bad? It's a good pint. It's a very solid pint. Yeah, listen, shtick looks solid. It's a good creamy pint. It's a bang on 8 out of 10. Not 8-1, not 7-9, 8 out of 10 for the back room in the front room. But just the heat, lads, honest to God. I could take my t-shirt, squeeze it and wring it, and I could fill a pint glass, I'd say, of sweat. I am gross. Right, just out of the front room, back room, whatever the fucking hell it's called. Big shout out to Nigel. He was bang on. Just mad for chats and just sound. Just a great barman, so shout out Nigel. Whoever owns the front room, give him a fucking raise because he's an absolute legend. Good skin. On to Brogan's bar. I see Langton's ahead of me. Langton's, I actually should have said left bank, Langton's, Matt the Miller's. For me, the golden triangle of Kilkenny in terms of popularity. Anytime I've ever been here, you've definitely been to those three spots. But I presume they don't have an outside job because not a single person recommended it, or maybe the Guinness is shite. But nah, it looks pretty much locked up. Some of the pubs just don't have any sort of outside space, so what can you do? But heading to this place, the Brogan place, Brogan's Yard, and if I get no crack there, the video is fucked. Simple as that. I remember saying the same thing before Charlie's in Enniskillen, and it was carnage, but I can't see the same thing happening. I just presume this is going to be another quiet beer garden. But yeah, I have a thing called the Guinness Guru. Yeah. And it's on Instagram, YouTube. Yeah?
I never thought you were this tall though.
That's easier, that's what they all say. That saves me the 5-minute spiel of explaining what it is. So I've been sat, I presume they have 2 gardens, I've been sat in the one that there's literally a group of girls here and that's it. So unfortunately, it's gotta be, I'm always totally honest with you lads, it's not gonna be an unbelievable crack video like your Charlie's of Enniskillen, like your Toby Jug and Derry, or sorry, Armagh. Yeah, I did have a strong feeling this was gonna happen. I was gonna come, and look, I'm not trying to be negative, but I try to make these videos as entertaining as possible, and for me, the most entertaining thing that happens in these videos is when I bounce off people, they bounce off me. I think I'm pretty decent being off the cuff with people, like random people coming up to me, and it's always great crack. But with this outdoor dining bullshit, the pubs are closed, everyone's a billion miles apart, and you just can't have the crack with people. And that's really showed today. Here's the thing, it looks like a clean glass, but it's 0 dome. I have it right there, 0 dome, and a new glass, which you don't need me to tell you that I don't like the new glass. Only pint I've gotten in Kilkenny that was new glass. Yeah, grand pint. It's probably a solid 7.6. Not bad, not brilliant, fairly middle of the road. 7.6 out of 10. Burner Brogan, open up inside to fuck. Yeah, right lads, I'm going to finish the video here. We'll be back stronger next week lads. I hope you somewhat enjoyed the video. Leave it a like if you can. Even if you didn't like it, give it a thumbs up. Comment where I should go next week. Yeah, it's not my best day, but we'll be back. Be back stronger, back drinking pints. Onwards and upwards. Thanks for watching lads. If you watched all the way till now, you're an absolute legend. See you next week. Right lads, bonus footage. I wrapped up the video and then one of the lads came out with another pint because I had told them that was my last spot, and then another lad came out with another pint, and then there was a girl here, one of the bartender, I don't know what the fuck you're supposed to, is it bartender? Barmaid? She was chatting to me, she was absolutely dead on. She's only working here a few weeks, but just talking, having the crack. Young lad, I don't know, young lad, fucking what age he was, but he started chatting to me, and then the guy who I met on the way in, who sat me down, he started talking to me, he brought me out another pint. So I do have to just give a shout out to this spot, to Brogan's Yard. Very, very good hospitality. I know I was moaning in the last clip, but yeah, look, great hospitality, great staff. I was saying to them, this big yard crack just doesn't suit my videos, but they've done their absolute best, and really, really good staff. Burner Brogan, give them all a raise there while you're at it. And yeah, again, that's been Kilkenny lads. We'll be back next week.